Hi guys, just going to do a quick tutorial about how I make my foam shields. Most of the shield itself is just gym mats, which you can get at a variety of stores, Big W, Kmart, and virtually all of this stuff, including gym mats, I actually got from Bunnings. The gym mats usually sell in a pack of 4 for $9 or $10. You'll actually need 2 packets to do this shield. The gym mats themselves are usually 60mm squares, so you'll need 3 full squares, and then you'll need 3 halves as well. So you'll actually need to join them together. I just usually use quick grip. I just usually fill in all the little joins and then squish them together and just smooth it out. You will need gloves when using a lot of the glue here. I usually find it gets quite messy and sticks to everything. So yeah, you'll need to do 3 sections, and once you've done the 3 sections, just let them dry for an hour or 2, and then you'll be able to join them together. So with the joining together, I usually use Sika. It's a premium contact adhesive. I usually either put it in a container and actually just paint it on with a brush, or if I'm feeling particularly lazy, I'll just actually pour it on and then just brush it out. You want to cover as much of the foam mats as you can. Any gaps will just mean that it won't be holding and it'll just peel apart. I have used a variety of other glues. I've tried PVAs and all sorts of other things. I generally find that it just doesn't stick to the foam very well and peels pretty quickly, and the shield will just fall apart after a few weeks. But this, I've got shields that have been going really strong for years, and and still going strong. So when you join them together, you want to put the smooth sides to the outside, and you'll also want to rotate them so that the half join that you've done, you'll want it at the middle one actually at the opposite end to that, so that your joint isn't all lined up, because that'll actually have a weakness to the shield. So when applying the contact adhesive, you'll want to put it 1 layer on the inside, on the middle mat on both sides, and then again on the inside of the outer one. And so when after I've applied it to all 3 and then just let them sit it just says to leave it for a few minutes until it dries, because when it dries and you stick the 2 surfaces together, it's going to really stick, like it's going to bond almost instantly. So to get the curve of my shield, I actually make a row of bricks and actually pop it in at a bent angle, and then the next one goes in already bent as well, and just sort of pop it in and then let it go, and it should actually stay curved in this row of bricks. I actually apply a few more bricks on top, just add a bit more pressure, make sure all the surfaces are sticking together, and just let it sit for 36 to 48 hours. It does take a little while, especially the middle sections of the shields, to really sort of dry and bond. And then after that, you should hopefully have the pre-bent sort of foam that comes out like this. This is just an old template, like an old prototype that I had that I'd sort of been messing around with. So yeah, you've got this, and then you can actually shape it however you want. So you could do the kite shield like the other ones I've done, and then once you've shaped it, then you want to add the handle. So I usually use it's just a sander handle from again from Bunnings. I think they're $5.60, something like that. But I do have to modify them a little bit. I usually just use an angle grinder and cut out the middle bits. It actually allows just a bit more of a hand grip, especially when you've got gauntlets or gloves on. And there's also the ends of it. Again, I just use an angle grinder. There's just a screw, and that gives you a handle that you're going to put on. It's got like a little bit of foam. I just leave that on, But to get it to hold and to stay soldered, I use these base plate sort of things that come from Bunnings as well. So these are actually just in the plumbing section. I think they're $1.70, something like that. I just need to put a couple of drill holes in them, and they actually go on the other side of the shield. So you drill a couple of holes through, line it up with a handle, and screw them together. And that's what stops the shield, the handle itself from tearing out the shield. It's got the metal base plate on the other side. It stops it just the screws from just tearing straight out. And then if you want, you could just do it as a punch grip, just put the handle in the middle and then you're done. But some people actually like to have the strap. So I just use just a simple belt. I work out where my handle's going. Once that's attached, then you've got to just figure out where the strap's going as well. So that you'll want up near the elbow. So once I've worked out where that's going to go, I just do a couple of cut, sort of the width of the arm, do it all the way through the foam shield in both spots, and then on the other side I'll actually remove a little section of the top layer and then feed the belt through and then stick the outer layer back on. It's a little hard to explain, but it just protects the belt, and it also leaves a bit of a smooth surface on the outside. So you fit the belt through and then stuck foam on and smooths it down, gluing it in place. And then so you'll just have the belt loops through, and that'll give you a strap just to be able to put it on your arm, and it's a nice comfy carry then. So finally is going to be you want it to be a nice smooth surface. You've attached these base plates, you've got the strap, you've got all the sort of jagged little bits. So I like to give it a nice smooth surface before I start carving. So that's where I get another. They sell these big foam sheets in Bunnings. It's usually really wide, and that's where I use the contact adhesive again and coat the whole front with one of these nice smooth sheets. And that'll give you just a blank canvas then to work and to start carving. The actual carving process, I just use a wood burner. So these are again from Bunnings. I think they're $30 roundabout. And it actually comes with about 20 little tips and attachments and stuff, so you can unscrew it, put on a different shaped tip, and just start burning in whatever design you want. You can pre-draw it on with a permanent marker or something, and just carve away, do whatever you want, and then it's ready for painting. So I paint with latex paints. Well, it's latex with paint. You can get latex from a store in Melbourne called Barnes. You can order it online, I believe, but I just usually go and pick it up. And you can either get it in, I think it's 500ml, 1 litre, or big 4ml buckets. I get the big 4ml buckets because I go through so much of it. Just I dispense it into a smaller container, add the paint colour I want, and really mix it up, and then just start painting. Usually let it sit for a couple of hours, and then do another layer. With layers, you want to really build up as many as you can, like between 10 and 12, I reckon. With just a couple of layers, the latex is just going to peel off. It's just not going to have the strength or the support once it gets starting to hit with swords and that sort of thing. And you don't want to mix too much paint as well, because then it will also be weak as well. So you just want, I usually mix about a quarter paint, and the rest is latex. That's sort of a maximum. And then just normal brushes that you can get from your art and craft stores, and just you can do different, keep adding different colours so that you can keep toning the latex and stuff as well. That's about it. Thanks.